Hola amigos, bien ok. Saludos otra vez desde Medellín. Hoy, día 29, 29, day 29 of our project. Pero hoy, poco cambia con el tema y claro, si usted reconozco este famoso cuadro aquí, significa que otro libro para leer, another book to read. Hoy, este libro, Danziger's Travels. Un libro maravilloso que yo primera vez que yo leer este libro es en 1989, 1989, when I was in college. A splendid book. So hoy voy a leer poquito contigo con el from the introduction. Just take a seat over there, Mr. Danziger. They won't keep you long. I was the last to be interviewed, and although I ought to have been at least a little confident, having reached the shortlist, I couldn't help feeling nervous. Originally, there had been 800 applicants for the 14 open category fellowships awarded by the Winston Churchill Memorial Trust. The weeding out process had thinned our ranks, but there was still a long way to go. One of the secretaries handed me a slip of paper showing the seating arrangement of my interviewers so that I'd know who was asking the question. I glanced down the list of their names. Dame Rosemary Murray, the former president of Newhall, Cambridge, and Major General Sir Roy Redgrave, GSO Intelligence HQ Rhine Army, headed the list. Every other name on it was just as impressive and formidable. The minutes ticked by with astonishing slowness. To stop myself fidgeting, I thought back briefly over the chain of events that had brought me to this room in London on a cold February afternoon in 1982. I'd left art school 18 months before, and since then I'd spent a good deal of time applying for grants, fellowships and scholarships. This process had been punctuated by a successful exhibition of my work at Riverside Studios in West London, which had provided me with the means to journey to Central America. For a long time I had been fascinated by the Mayan civilization, led there by my own artworks, paintings, drawings, sculptures and constructions based on mathematics and assembled in a vast web of geometrical and architectonic patterns. From an early age I had been mesmerised by adventure and foreign travel, but it was not to the great explorers or travellers that I had looked, but to Hergé's fictional hero Tintin. I sought a Central America of ancient monuments jutting out of a sea of trees and swamps, swarming with snakes, monkeys, vampire bats and hordes of insects. A continent beset by political turmoil that offered the challenges of pitting oneself against the elements of survival, discovery, and especially discovery of past and present peoples, customs, cultures and civilizations. If danger was involved, it would be as a consequence rather than a prerequisite. I thought with exhilaration about the new people I would meet. For to me the essence of travel, especially to remote places, is precisely that you are on your own. There are no printed guides and maps to help you, and so the only way to see the place you are visiting is through the eyes and with the help of the people who live there. True travel doesn't just involve visiting a place and seeing its monuments, it involves getting to know its inhabitants. It was during my first visit to Central America that I began to develop the idea which formed the basis of my application to the Churchill Memorial Trust. I wanted to return to Guatemala, fell my own tree, build a dugout canoe, and in it try to retrace the trade routes of the Mayan civilization along the rivers that cut through the jungle. Will you go anyway, even if you don't get a fellowship? The other secretary asked me, as if she'd been reading my thoughts. I was so tense that for a moment I wondered if the question might have been a ploy, a sounding out of my resolve. Of course I will, I replied, returning her smile. In truth, though, without funding, my project will be impossible to realise. I put the thought to the back of my mind and tried to concentrate on what I would say to the people sitting round the table behind that polished mahogany door. But I was too late. The door was opening. There we are. So, that's a very short bit of Mr. Danziger's marvellous book, Danziger's Travels. I highly recommend it, if you can still get it. It's been out a long while. But, okay, change of pace for today. Something I hope you can listen to and see how much you picked up on the first read. That's it for today. Entonces, from all of us here in Medellin, buenas noches, and see you soon. Cheerio for now.